Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Building a Computer in Minecraft. I'm pretty sure this has been pretty awaited because, well, I haven't done a computer video in a while. And today I am. Now before we get started, I'd like to tell you all that there's an annoying French robot talking to me right now. He's very bad at French. And it's kind of annoying. Anyway, so I've been working on this computer a bit, and I've been upgrading it. So it's gonna actually have a control unit soon, which is cool. I mean, it basically does the same thing as this thing, except, yeah, it's not the same, okay? You see, the control unit will allow me to actually put, like, a language on this thing, and, like, make it, you know, more recognizable as what a modern-day computer is, not just, like, reading a memory unit, and then, that does all the commands and stuff. No, instead, I actually set up a decoder here, which, depending on what number you put in binary, the output is different each time. So, like, for example, I have... Dear God. Yeah, can we turn off the French, man? He's very, very bad at French. Hold on a second. He's still talking to me in the options. Okay, where's the options of... That's it, okay, No, I don't want narrator. Chat? Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, let's, wait.
TH3 fish did T.
Alright. Well, that's interesting. It's giving me Moonbase Alpha vibes, you know what I mean? Like, let me just go ahead and...
TH3 fish did a hasp JJ patch JGO of.
Alright, so now that we're not gonna have that, very bad at French robot speaking to us, time to go over these. So basically, this one reads from the ROM that sends instructions into the A and B, so if you have something pre-programmed there, you might want to read from that. I have a total of these lines that you can use. Of course, these two I've reserved for negative functions, and also ignore the fact that there's a typo there. Those should be... Oh, that's right. Never mind, I was confused a second. Anyway. So now, the second page. Logic. These last six are logic here. And then there's a bunch of register functions. Very last ones. So basically, the closer you get to here, the bigger the number is gonna be. So if I just go ahead and flip this... Oh, get out of my hand, firework. Get out of here. So if I flip this, you'll see that only one of these lines is running. And then if I flip this one, it's going to switch the line over to another one. Of course, we don't have a number that's that big, so it doesn't switch over. We actually can only go up to, like, this one, I think. Okay, then now that's not good. That's a problem right there. That's a serious issue. Because all of them have... Well, actually, no. Is that an issue? That's right. Sorry, I'm just getting confused because there's inverters involved. Okay, that's the last one. And, you basically, you can get the point. So if you flip certain switches, certain things happen. Now, for some reason, two of these guys are on. It's kind of strange. And here was the problem. This guy was over here. So yeah, basically, these repeaters, they're very important. They're as important as the torches that power the whole thing. They control which line is going to be on at a time. And basically, we shouldn't have any of these other lines on. I haven't tested all the way, because there's a lot of numbers to test. And boom. So now, my goal is going to be to add in a register. And the register, what it's going to have to do, is it's going to have to be able to save on command, and also, so basically like an RS door latch would be the ideal, I don't know. Because you can't really do multiple instructions at the same time. That's unfortunately not very possible with this design. So, I mean, I guess I didn't build a good control unit, but, I mean, if you can only do one option at a time, you may be wondering why that's a problem. Well, basically, if you can only do one option at a time, you can't open a register, we'll save to a register, and do a logical function at the same time, or basically it just makes things inconvenient for most usages. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to show you all today, because I just got done with this part, and I'm, you know, working on the next thing in a bit. So if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions about this, just leave them down below. I think we're gonna go do something else now, because I don't want to bore you all with this giant thing. I mean, I think you all find it pretty interesting. But yeah, I'll work on that a bit more. I don't know when I'll get to it, but hey, I'll work on it more. Now, somebody did ask me for a tutorial on this, so I guess I'll go over this just in, like, brief detail. All of these repeaters here, they're set to 4, except for this last one, he's set to 2. And then we have all these dispensers here are hooked up to these target blocks. So, wherever there's a dispenser, there's, like, I think there's, like, 8 in a row here. Yeah, there's 8 dispensers. And I did add blue ice at the bottom to make it so the TNT goes faster, I think. I think it helps a little bit. Boom. And you can basically build this tower apart as tall as you want. Just don't use repeaters, because then you'll have delay and you might not want that. So that's basically the whole cannon. So today I want to build a robot. And you may be wondering, how do you build a robot in this game? Well, actually, it's pretty simple. Let me just make sure that all my stuff is safe before I clear my inventory. Alright, so robot building's actually really simple, and a lot of people, they find this really difficult because you've probably never, well, actually, you may have worked with slime blocks before, but most people find slime blocks confusing when it's their first time, so I'll just go ahead and explain it a bit. As you can see, we use how pistons power to move the slime block itself. So, for example, when you have a redstone block above a piston, it will conduct that, and then because this slime block moves back here, this piston can pull it forwards. So from there, what we want to do is we want to make it so this loops, and this thing will push forward, get pushed by, well, get pulled by this, or something like that. And it's kind of hard to explain because it just is, okay? Alright, so another thing we can do is when this gets pushed forwards, we can push with a piston. That's not how that works. So actually, this has to go on the sides. That way you don't quasi-conduct, if I remember correctly. So boom, that pushes that part forward. So now what this machine is doing here is that this block is getting pushed forward as a piston on top. Then this one is also getting pushed forwards. It's got a redstone block on top, which powers this piston here. This piston here can now, in theory, just pull another piston forward, which would be really simple. But I doubt it's going to be able to work that easily. In fact, these do have block limits, so we do have to keep that in mind. So this is 8 blocks right now, and then if we add 2 more for this, that might not work. I don't know. Alright, so to get past the block limitations here, what we're going to do is we're going to use some honey blocks, because those are nice and new, and they make things really easy. And look how fast this thing is going. Now this is what we would call an engine, basically, because it just moves itself. We don't have any other stuff attached to it, which you can add whatever you want. So this is this is how I built my robots. When I built robots back in the day, I did used to build robots, so go check those out. But basically, what we want to do is we want to start adding things to this now. And because I don't hate myself, I will use an observer here and there. Observers, they're very simple to use, and I most commonly will use them like this. The reason being that whenever this moves forwards, it's going to detect it, and then it should move. Like so. And now using what we've just learned or talked about briefly, we can just start adding whatever we want. So for example, if you want like a giant thing, you can just kind of build that giant thing. So for example, if I just go like this, oh crap, that's not good. But if I go like this, I can just keep adding more and more sections to this thing, and eventually make it into whatever I want it to be. Now it's good to keep in mind that you can also use observers with pistons, like so, if you wanted to go forwards. However, it's actually way, you don't use as many blocks to push this. Like, what if you have like 12 blocks behind this piston and you're trying to push it forwards? You're not going to be able to push it if there's like an extra block on this. So you could actually save on blocks by using a redstone block on the side next to it. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty just self-explanatory right there, but I don't know. Maybe that helps some of you, I don't know. And now I've built a bulldozer kind of thing. Look at this. So yeah, I've got these guys pushing blocks forwards. It's pretty basic. So, yeah. There you go. Now you can build whatever you want that moves. You can build a siege tower, anything you want. So, if you all have enjoyed today's episode, found it useful, please consider liking and subscribing. If you guys got any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them down below. I'll see you all next time, and hopefully, I'll probably be playing Starbound next. I don't know.